etc. Hope you had a nice Christmas if you celebrate it. Hope you did better in game weeks 18, 19 and 20 than I did. I think my last video was game week 17. But it's a busy time of year, so I'm not around much. Did make a lot of changes to the team. Game week 18, 59 points. Small red arrow. Game week 19, 62 points. Small red arrow, bigger red arrow actually. Game week 20, 67 points. Bit of a green arrow, but tiny green arrow. I think my last video was game week 17. Started at 1.8 million. I'm down to 2.2, so what's 400,000 down. Mostly, well, there's a couple of reasons. Let's go into them. Yeah, let's have a look at these then. So the Haaland experiment didn't start very well. Of course, game week 18, he missed that penalty against Everton, didn't he? So 0 points. Then 19 at Leicester, he scored, played pretty well. Game week 20, he outscored Salah actually in game week 20. So definitely, Haaland's getting back into form, isn't he? Man City are getting back on it, which makes a difficult decision because I had planned to sell him game week 21, to be honest. It was just a short-term thing, but we'll come back to that. I don't think putting Haaland in cost me that much, really, only that it obviously ties up a lot of money. But I wouldn't have... Some of the players that went off, like Wemo, who else went off? Rodgers went off, got a lot of points. I think Trent got a lot of points. None of those players would have been in my team anyway. I think if I'd had to... If I hadn't put Haaland in, I would have just stayed with Cunha, benched him for his suspension. In which case, Cunha would have outscored Haaland in week 18, but after that, Haaland outscored him. And I might have been tempted to use a transfer for like a defender, but I probably would have had Virgil. So I don't think he got that many points anyway. But the other thing is, as per usual, which has been a real story of my season. I don't know what it's been like for everyone else, but for my season, I always seem to have people on the bench pick up a lot of points. So finally, game week 18, I get a goalkeeper score some points on the bench for Bruggen. Game week 19, Pedro had his head bandaged up, didn't he, during the game? Went off against the Villa after that. He was on the bench. And then game week 20, I had Ahmad on the bench, but to be fair, I wasn't expecting Man United to do anything against Liverpool. But really, the combination, I think, it'd be green arrows all the way if Haaland had scored that penalty and I'd had these bench points on the pitch. The thing that's disappointed me these last 3 game weeks, I put Enzo in as part of the Haaland deal because I took Saka out. Cunha put in Enzo because he was cheap. And Chelsea looked like had some good fixtures, but I mean, it's 1 point rubbish. And the other 2 actually Enzo, I got so fed up. I wasn't going to make any transfers. I got so fed up. I actually made a transfer for game week 20, put Murphy in. Who got 5 points. Result, I think he'll be in my team for a little bit because it seems to be like he's got a place in that Newcastle team. Newcastle are doing all right, aren't they? The 2 guys that I've got to move on is Munoz, who's just, and Iwobi, which is it's just attendance points, isn't it? I can't be doing with that. I can't do them straight away. I think Palace have got Leicester away this week, so I'm going to keep Munoz for that, then see about it. And Iwobi's, I think he's going to bench this week because they've got West Ham. And I think maybe they've got Southampton or someone, or Leicester, I don't know. So he might get another appearance before he gets transferred out. For game week 21. If I was doing transfers, let me just have a look at transfers, right? So the transfers, I've got no budget, but I've got a free transfer. So, I mean, the logical, Haaland's expensive. So the logical thing to do really is transfer Haaland out and distribute the funds around my team to strengthen my team, particularly in the defence where I'm really struggling to score points. And maybe a better goalkeeper, although Fabianski's fit now. They've just had a new manager, so see what happens there. The thing is, Villa got a couple of good games to come in. Brighton have got some good games. So Munoz, they've got Leicester away this week. Robertson's been good for me all season, so I don't really want to get rid of him. And Davis, I think they've got a couple of weeks. Ipswich are not doing too bad lately, and they've got Southampton at home. So I'm tempted to hang on to him. Plus he's cheap. My midfield's pretty cheap at the moment. Ahmad, they've got Southampton at home. Wolves at home. Iwobi's got to go. Palmer's the one. 11 million quid. Not sure what to do going forward there. Have to have a think about that. Pedro's coming up as injured in at the moment. Apparently turned his ankle in training. So I don't know. But he's got good games. So we'll see. Haaland, that's the one I don't know what to do with. See, my thinking is, well, the first thing is Gameweek 21 and then 22 really close together. So Gameweek 21 starts on Tuesday the 14th, which is tomorrow for me, and finishes on Thursday the 16th. And then we've got Saturday the 18th, so we've got like hardly any time there's not much time between the games, which I like actually. I like those quick ones together, because if you have a rubbish game week, which I more often than not I am this season, you got a chance to make amends at the next one. What I'm thinking, I'm at work. Actually, I'm on shift for these ones as well, so I end up not looking at my team for a couple of days because I'm on shift, and then I'm on shift Thursday and Friday as well. So Saturday morning about 6 a.m. I get off shift, so I'll probably look at my team on my break. 3 a.m. Saturday morning, and then 6 o'clock I'll go to bed and wake up and see how awful my games have been. So my thinking is keep Haaland for 2 more weeks, but it does mean there's nothing really available for transfers. But some of my players have got decent games. Chelsea got Bournemouth at home. Villa away at Everton. Obviously Palace got Leicester away. Newcastle got Wolves at home. I haven't got any Arsenal or Spurs. Brighton away at Ipswich. Man United got Southampton at home. So some of my players have got decent games. So I could keep Haaland, because Brentford aren't great at home in terms of clean sheets. And then it's Saturday. Quick turnaround. Assuming there's no injuries, no fires to fight, I think I've got to keep Haaland for Ipswich away. I assume he's going to play, because Man City need to win games. So I'm thinking I'm going to keep it for at least for that. And then we've got time after that, time to have a proper think about it and see. I mean, Man City at home against Chelsea, I'm thinking that's a win. And then they start getting harder games, don't they? So that's my plan. But as I said, what I have to do is if I keep Haaland, I've got to get a bit cheaper elsewhere. Forest have been pretty good in defence. I haven't got any Forest players at the moment. But Neco Williams is back in here, and he's pretty cheap, and he's got some good points. I'm thinking they get a clean sheet against Southampton. So I'm thinking burn that transfer. Well, I'll have two transfers ahead of the Saturday games. So providing all the press conferences are all right. So have a look at the press conferences Saturday morning before I finish my shift, or after I finish my shift. Providing there's no injuries, I might just swap Munoz for Neco Williams. I think I bank about £500,000 as well, which just means if I keep on, at least I've got £500,000 to do something elsewhere. Potentially after that, the other one to get rid of, what I want to get rid of is Iwobi, which means I could get Rodgers in and bank another sort of couple 100,000, which might mean potentially I can get someone in my defence. I could double up on Liverpool. That's the plan. So what's my team looking like at the moment? That's my plan. It's not necessarily a great plan. So right now my team's looking like, I've got Haaland down as captain, Brentford away. Forest beat Liverpool at Anfield. So I'm not sure. Thinking Haaland for Brentford away. I think it's a bit of a... But then again, Isaac, Wolves at home. I'll leave Pedro in. I assume not too much about that. And if he doesn't play, I'll auto sub in Veltman, which is Ipswich away. So I'm hoping Brighton do something. Because I've also got the Brighton goalkeeper as well. Okay. Is the assistant manager chip is now active? I don't actually understand it. I think you're a buy manager. You get it for 2 weeks. I think my strategy, I know, because every video I've seen, FPL video this week's but had a strategy for assistant manager. I haven't got one, so I think I'm just going to pick my favourite Premier League manager, who's Enzo Maresca, because he played for West Brom. So it'll be Maresca, and I think game weeks 29 and 30. Chelsea have got like Southampton and Ipswich at home back to back or something like that. So it's going to be Maresca because I like Maresca. I don't even know how it works. If anyone knows how it works, let me know. That's all I got. More misery. More going down and more misery. I think I'll say the game week's close together. Just gonna roll, see how we go. Maybe something will be alright. Maybe it won't. Maybe all these guys that I've had enough of will score a load of points. I'm just wondering who on my bench will score a load of points this week. Anyway, games are tomorrow. It's happening quick. So I'll try and... No, well, I won't make a video before game week 22 because of work schedule. So, but I'll do like an aftermath of game week 22 next Monday, which will probably be some bloke on my bench has scored 25 points, and half my players are injured, so I've got to burn a load of transfers to sort it out. You know, the usual stuff. Anyway, have a good week. Have a good game week. Hope you enjoy it. Hope you get some good points and green arrows everywhere. See you later.